We have an eye tracking lab just waiting there to be utilized by all our affiliates. We have videos on our website for how to reserve the eye tracker and check out the key and do all of that stuff. And you're free to experiment and explore if you're considering using eye tracking in your research. You can follow us on social media. We have Twitter, we have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, so follow us. If you are preparing a grant application, we'd love for you to check the CISLL box when it asks you if there are any centers affiliated with your research. It's really that simple. You just check a box, and then some of the money that would have gone to another pot that doesn't affect you goes to CISLL's pot, and then we can plan events like this and invest in more resources, POP grants, computers, software, that kinds of thing for our affiliates. You may or may not be aware that NIU has an institutional depository for research produced by NIU faculty, staff, and students. If you publish an article in a traditional journal, it can then only be read by people who subscribe to that journal or are affiliated with institutions that have subscriptions to those journals, unless you post it somewhere so that it is open access. One of the places you could post your articles that would make it open access are Husky Commons, which is NIU's institutional repository. It's an easy process. You can find a link on CISLL's website, but basically you just say, I published a paper, here's a PDF for the accepted manuscript, and the librarians will make sure it appears in the institutional repository, so then it shows up in Google Scholar searches. So people around the world who aren't affiliated with institutions or don't have expensive subscriptions can click on it and read your work immediately. Why am I mentioning this? Because CISLL has its own section of Husky Commons to steer you to work produced by our affiliates. So when you publish something, make sure you submit it to Husky Commons. And when you do that, check the CISLL box, because then not only is your work accessible by multiple, they can find you through your department, through your college, through CISLL. There's more ways for people to find it, but it's also good for us for collecting data, because every few years people come around saying, well, what are your affiliates doing? Like, prove to us that you're doing good stuff. We can point to the numbers in Husky Commons that say, look, all these CISLL affiliates who have published work. So keep that in mind.